Welcome, everyone. I'm Suzanne Kinawi, Marketing Manager at AUC Press. Thank you for joining us today for our virtual book discussion of Challenges in Teaching Arabic as a Foreign Language, edited by Dr. Dalal Abo El Seoud and published by AUC Press in February of 2024. Today's event will be around 1 hour long, and we'll have room for Q&A at the end. So please, if you have any questions, make sure to type them at the Q&A box at the bottom of your Zoom screen. And if you're joining on Facebook Live, please type your question in the comment section and we will ask them for you. Our book today, Challenges in Teaching Arabic as a Foreign Language, is an essential collection of empirical studies on the teaching Arabic as a foreign language, or TAFL, you'll hear me say that a lot, classroom experience, written by leading professionals in the field. And although TAFL has grown exponentially in recent decades, there isn't a lot of empirical research on the classroom experience of teaching Arabic as a foreign language. And in this insightful volume, Dr. Dalal Abo El Seoud brings together up-to-date practice-based research and conceptual contributions by 18 professionals in the field. And they address a whole wide range of challenges in teaching Arabic as a foreign language and ways of overcoming them, with a clear eye to the 21st century language learning skills, which advocate communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. And this book is available for sale worldwide through major bookstores and online book retailers. And I'm also going to be adding purchasing links in the chat box and on the Facebook page. We're delighted today to have with us the book editor, Dr. Dalal Abo El Seoud, who is the senior instructor at the Arabic Language Instruction Department at AUC, the ALI. Also, I'll be saying that a lot today. And she has earned her PhD from Ain Shams University in 2003 from the Department of Curricula and Method of Teaching. She has been teaching at AUC since 1997, and she has co-authored Uktub al-Arabiya book series and the Arabic English Lexicon of Verbs in Context, also published by AUC Press. And more recently, she authored a book of food expressions in colloquial Egyptian Arabic called Fish Milk Tamarind, which has received 3 international awards. We're very proud of this book at AUC Press. Also today with us, we have Dr. Heba Salem, Senior Instructor at LI Department at AUC, and she's currently the Executive Director for the Center for Arabic Study Abroad, or CASA, very well-known program at AUC here. And she taught various levels of Egyptian colloquial Arabic and modern standard Arabic at AUC and other universities in the US. And she also co-authored Al Dunya Advanced Egyptian Colloquial Arabic, also published by AUC Press. And we have today also Dr. Shahira Yacout, a senior Arabic language instructor at ALI at AUC. And she holds a PhD in curricula and teaching Arabic language methodology. She has actively participated in international conferences and workshops in Egypt, United States, and Emirates, and she brings experience from immersion programs. We were supposed to have with us today Dr. Iman Soliman. I can see her here, but don't see her video. I'm not sure if she'll be able to join and discuss the book, but I'm just going to read her biography quickly. She's also she's a senior instructor at LI and the chair of the department, and she served as the executive director of CASA program at AUC between 2010 and 2016, and she received her PhD in teaching Arabic as a foreign language from the University of Edinburgh in Scotland. She also co-authored a number of teaching Arabic as a foreign language books, including Mastering Arabic Through Literature series. Please join me in welcoming all of our panelists today. And now I'll leave the floor to Dr. Dalal to take it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Susan. Hello, everyone. A warm greeting from Cairo, those who are not here, and good evening and good morning or good afternoon to those who are in other places. Today, I'm delighted to have some of my esteemed contributors here with me today, and we will try to give you a briefing about the book, this book, and I hope it will be beneficial for all of you. As Susan said, I have been teaching for over 27 years now, And this is why I'm really delighted to have this book, and it's very close to my heart, teaching Arabic as a foreign language. And what inspired me more to write this book, and not write but edit this book, is that there is a growing number of global demand of students coming to learn Arabic everywhere. And also there are numerous and increasing numbers of departments teaching Arabic. Having pre-service teachers of Arabic and TAFL programs, either MA TAFL programs or just centers for training teachers, and they're growing a lot. And at the same time, we don't have that much literature for teaching Arabic as a foreign language around. So we always resort to other languages, research and references from other languages. And so I hope this would be a step forward to others also to go ahead and do their best to increase this very critical gap. Now the book is, let me first share my screen. Just a minute, just a minute. Okay. So the book consists of 17 interwoven chapters that delve into challenges faced by Arabic instructors, facing some problems or some challenges, as I can say, some challenges in teaching and in teaching resources, and also it brings forward a wealth of approaches and solutions to overcome challenges that are encountered by AFL learners. The book is composed of these 17 chapters, and they are divided into 6 parts, thematic parts, and these are the 6 parts. Each part consists of 2 to 4 chapters, and so I'll be going very fast, briefing you about these chapters, and then we will have a closer look when we come to the chapters of my contributors as well as my own chapter. Okay, so the first part is curriculum design. And of course, curriculum design is very important to everyone. It's the roadmap for students to start and to reach their destination. It gives them the objectives and the learning outcomes, and it guides them through the course. And in this part, we have 2 chapters. The first one is by Dr. Iman Soliman and Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim. And let me, because Iman, I'm very sorry that you will not be able to read her part today, so I'm going to read her part. Now, the chapter is called Badawi's Arabic Language Levels Between Theory and Application, the CASAP Approach as a Model. This chapter tackles the challenges posed by Arabic language variation in AFL teaching by adopting Badawi's multi-level language reality. This approach helps Arabic learners achieve the necessary functional and professional proficiency. The chapter advocates for content-based language instruction, integrating language learning with content to use Arabic as a tool for acquiring information rather than as an end in itself. This method meets both institutional and learner needs for mastering a second language, fostering cultural, decision-making, and organizational competencies essential for effective communication and success in the Arabic-speaking world. Thus, the chapter starts by establishing that language is a social phenomena and that Arabic is no exception to this phenomena. It touches on historic evolution of the pre-Islamic until contemporary Arabic, where the spread of Arabic globally led inevitably to changes in phonetic structures, preventing it from maintaining unit, and how the mixture between Arabic and other languages in regions conquered by Islamic State have led to emergence of dialects that differed from standard Arabic. Dialects of impact closer to standard, like those of Hijaz and Najd, and dialects that are less similar to standards, like those that evolved after the conquest, leading to an emergence of linguistic phenomena such as bilingualism, diaglossia, and linguistic interference. And continuous efforts to define each of these phenomena in relation to Arabic language until Badawi presents his insightful definitions of a multi-level whole language that vary in when used for performing diverse social functions within the Egyptian society as seen in this diagram. The chapter particularly concerns the impact of these phenomena on non-native language learners, which is to a great extent affected by Arabic first language policy. Dr. Taha Hussein, in his book, The Future of Culture in Egypt, warned that if the state fails to reform classical Arabic through capable scholars, it risks becoming a language understood only by clerks. He emphasized linguistic reform as essential for education. Badawi supported this view, stressing the need to clearly define Arabic teaching objectives to avoid it becoming an artificial language that burdens its user in thought and expression. The absence of a clear policy for teaching Arabic as a first language affects decisions on teaching it as a second language, highlighting these pedagogical challenges. Teachers need to redefine context-appropriate language use, considering Badawi's levels. Curriculum developers must balance cultural and communicative competencies while choosing the linguistic level to focus on. Addressing socioeconomic and political factors, programs must cater to evolving institutional, economic, social, and political factors impacting student needs. The challenge lies in integrating standard and colloquial Arabic, adopting a functional and professional teaching approach. Contemporary linguistic realities in programs like the CASA at AUC deals with diverse social classes and places. Curriculum developers face the challenge of choosing the linguistic level that enables students to achieve superior competence as defined by actual guidelines, allowing fluent, accurate, and culturally appropriate language use. In response to these challenges, the chapter proposes the CASA program as a model, showcasing its curriculum revisions to balance advanced students' needs. Historically, the CASA program focused on standard Arabic with some colloquial elements. In the 1980s media boom shifted student demand toward modern standard Arabic with growing interest in colloquial, while later periods saw a demand for understanding everyday Arabic. The need for conversational skills driven by the American job market revealed that students with strong formal Arabic struggled with natural conversations. The Arabic didn't align with Badawi's descriptors. Recognizing this barrier to modern Arab culture, CASA revamped its curriculum in 2010 to teach the Arabic used by intellectuals in everyday situations, aiming for fluent natural student expression and interaction within the Arab community. The program realigned with contemporary realities, emphasizing language as an integrated entity. Established in 2010, the curriculum focused on language as a means of communication influenced by influencing social and cultural awareness. The teaching approach integrates all language skills within a balanced framework, practicing these skills in varied educational contexts. Language learning is viewed as expression of an accompanying activity, leading to the content-based methodological approach supported by scientific studies. The curriculum structure in the summer semester, immersive exposure to Egyptian society, aligning with Badawi's varieties to build cultural awareness and vocabulary. And the fall semester, theme-based CBLI with courses like scenes from Arab media, contemporary Arab issues, and Egyptian stories, developing linguistic and cognitive skills. And then the spring semester, adjunct model of CBLI with specialized content courses in scientific disciplines and an elective in community-based learning for full immersion. The chapter argues against the separation of Arabic language levels, proposing content engagement like CASA's program to support broader learning goals, equip students with skills for effective participation in the global community. So thank you very much for this chapter. And now we go to the second chapter. So still in the curriculum design, Ms. Heba Salem explores a different curriculum significantly designed for heritage learners. This unique course utilizes a project-based learning approach to deepen students' connection to their cultural heritage. Ms. Heba, please go ahead.
Unmute, Heba. Unmute.
Thank you very much for the introduction and welcome to you all. This is a very quick overview of the chapter that includes a description for the course and at the same time includes a questionnaire that was distributed to learn about the students' perspective about learning in this course. This course, a very quick overview for the course, it takes the students to various field trips that include places that they studied about the courses in Cairo, because it is a special experience for the students to learn about Cairo in Cairo. This course includes different materials. The material includes different genres such as memoirs, opinion articles, jokes, history, geography, texts, excerpts from some novels from other books, poems, and some graffiti. And the students go and visit on field trips the places where some of these texts took place. All students were asked to reflect on both to reflect on the material, to reflect on the whole experience, both orally and in writing. This is the theoretical framework that the course was based on. The course is based on project-based learning studies and the experiential learning approach. And this is some literature from 2021, 2020, and 2018. Most of the literature agreed on the fact that PBL or project-based learning increase the learners' engagement in the outside classroom activities, increase the motivation, increase the linguistic skills for the students. I collected the data and I had a questionnaire distributed for the students in this study. It was an open-ended questionnaire, and the students were asked about their experience visiting places in field trips and reflecting on it. And here are some of the results that were found about the reflection from the studies. That reflection or reflecting on the experience helped developing the learners' reading skills, cultural awareness, critical views. It enhanced the learners' writing skills with respect of taking notes, because they were asked to take some notes while they're working. Gaining new vocabulary, linking different texts together to find similarities and differences, developing learners' reading skills and confidence. After that, students were asked to fill out the questionnaire and the survey, and these are some samples of what they wrote about their experience with the field trips and the connection they made about field trips in relation to the texts they studied. Here are some of the learners' comments. One of them is, I don't have to read them all, but one of them says, field trips was one of the highlights of the course and really connected me to the material in a way I don't think I have ever experienced in a college course before. And here's another comment about the reflection, the sitting and the reflection as a follow-up on those visits made this a very strong learning experience that I would recommend. I don't have to read them all. Help me learn to express myself in different registers as part of one product, develop my capacity for spontaneous speech, because students used to learn, used to reflect on the experience, both in writing and sometimes orally. They would record their reflections as well. Thank you very much. And thank you, Dr. Dalal, for the, thank you.
Thank you, Heba. Okay, of course, because time is flying, I will not talk about each and every chapter, but I'll just skip some chapters just to have time. But these are the chapters of the book. I'm going to now the another part of the book, and it's trends in technology use. Of course, technology has revolutionized foreign language learning, and it offers a great treasure now and tools for and experiences that can dramatically boost students' experiences and progress. So now the first chapter here by Mimi Melkonian, it fulfills, or it answers the challenge of that online learning is not fulfilling the needs of students. And in this chapter, she is talking about that the nowadays programs, especially in the US high schools, are found to be poorly designed, not engaging, and failing to consider students' backgrounds. And so she suggests solutions through improvements based on online learning standards, including using relevant content and having instructors trained in online teaching and incorporating collaboration and culturally appropriate materials. The second chapter, engaging students in online AFL problems and solutions by Dr. Shahira. She will now talk about her chapter. So please, Shahira, go ahead.
Okay, hello everyone. Okay, in this few minutes presentation, I'm going to summarize and highlight important points in my article, engaging students in an online AFL course, challenges and solutions. In this action research, the aim of the investigation was to improve teaching practices in online course. So the purpose of the study, as you see here, how to integrate different technology tools with the conversational framework to engage students in online activities, how to measure students' engagement in an online course. Next, please. Yes. In this study, I adopted the conversational framework that was developed by Laurie Lard to illustrate how such a framework helped in engaging students in the online learning environment. This framework focuses on both individual and collaborative learning activities, since the learner interact with content independently, teacher, and colleagues. Different modes of learning are identified within this framework, such as acquisition, inquiry, practice, production, discussion, and collaboration. So according to Laurie Lard, the learning modes can occur through 5 cycles reflected in this figure. So you can see the 5 cycles in this figure. Next, Dalal. Integrating the technology in the conversational framework is an essential step in online courses. Many scholars claim that integrating technology with a conversational framework that focuses on active participation will develop an engaging learning environment and enhance a community of learners equipped with technology tools. So as you see here, I used Google, I used Nearpod and Google Word Wall, Padlet, Jamboard, and many other tools. So as for criteria for measuring students' engagement in online environment, I created a checklist that was based on 3 types of engagement: behavioral, emotional, and cognitive. The checklist helped me to measure the students' engagement in the online environment. Dalal, please, next. Here is a sample of the checklist. The data was collected, analyzed, and I will leave you to read the results and the analysis in the article. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shahira. And another challenge for online learning and that is addressing cultural knowledge and language proficiency is by Mona Azam. And this chapter discussing using digital comics in online foreign language class. Although some students found it challenging, others, especially more advanced students, enjoyed it very much. So the experience was positive and helped students learn and improve their cultural knowledge and language proficiency, motivating their imagination and creativity. And in the chapter, you can know more details about this. After that is my own chapter, and it's about digital storytelling. And the challenge here is that there still exists a gap between assessment practices and teaching. And so accordingly, this chapter proposes implementing a learning-oriented assessment approach, which emphasizes learning over measurement. It includes real-world tasks, student involvement, and feedback used as feed-forward. Traditional assessment often fails to meet these criteria. So one of these online learning-oriented assessment tools is digital storytelling. Now, digital storytelling is a project-based activity that allows students to express themselves through multiple modalities. It can be used as a tool to bridge the gap between teaching and assessment. It focuses on all skills, and here I used it to starting with the reading skill. Now, how does it work? Students embark on a creative journey, transforming a story that they have read into a captivating video. To achieve this, they work together in a production team. Each member or group of students plays a crucial role. So we have the narrator, crafts and the script, outlining the scenes to set the stage for the story. Then we have the script writer who gives voice to the characters, penning their lines for the video. The producer who acts as the team leader, keeping everyone focused and ensuring all materials, scripts, storyboards, paperwork are organized. We have the editor who polishes the narrator's script and the script writer's dialogues, ensuring a smooth flow. And we have the director who provides the final vision, overseeing the overall project and coordinating the efforts of all the team members. The paper concludes that digital storytelling aligns with learning-oriented assessment principles. It provides opportunities for students to engage in real-world tasks, collaborate with each other, and receive feedback that can be used later to improve their work as feed-forward. Overall, digital storytelling can be a valuable tool for promoting effective learning, aligning with the 21st century skills. This engaging method makes learning enjoyable and empowers students to take ownership of their own learning. Now we come to part 4. And part 4 is about motivating students. As often students struggle with motivation in foreign language learning, and this collection of chapters here explores several strategies to address such a challenge. The first one is by Layla Sawi, and in this chapter, she's addressing the challenge of keeping students actively engaged in class and raising their cultural awareness. Ms. Layla argues that movies, particularly those focused on Egyptian history, in her CASA at AUC course, spark students' interest by providing authentic language exposure and cultural immersion. This approach targets intrinsic motivation and the desire to learn for enjoyment and cultural connection. In her chapter, she also addresses the challenges of how to choose a movie and provides the criteria for doing that. Another chapter on this topic is by Haytham Salahuddin, and he's addressing the challenge of engagement and keeping a lively classroom. Haytham highlights the benefits of games in the classroom. Games create a motivating and practical environment for language practice, reducing anxiety and making learning more enjoyable. By catering to different student levels and learning goals, games can address both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. And then another also article by Wael Asfour, and it addresses the challenge of lack of students' intrinsic interest and lack of confidence also. I will just skip this because of time. Okay, so we come now to part 5, teaching Arabic language varieties. While MSA remains the foundation of AFL instruction, fostering a well-rounded understanding requires the inclusion of a spoken dialect as well. The challenge here or in universities around the world, not in the Arab world, are which dialect to teach. And first chapter here is by Dr. Muhammad Sawai, and the chapter argues that there's a big debate about which type of Arabic to teach, formal or spoken dialect. Historically, colonial powers and some Arab writers favored Darija, while others saw Fusha as essential. Today, foreign language programs struggle with the choice, Fusha only or both Fusha and a dialect. The difficulty of picking a single dialect and the growing need for spoken Arabic complicate things further. The chapter highlights the influence of external factors and concludes with a call to move beyond this debate and explore strategies for effectively teaching both forms of Arabic. Another chapter addressing the same challenge is by Dr. Mahmoud Al-Batal, and this chapter shows sorry. Okay. So this chapter shows that the field of teaching Arabic as a foreign language is undergoing significant changes. These changes are driven by a number of factors, including the increased number of students studying Arabic worldwide, the changing profile of Arabic learners who are now more likely to be interested in spoken Arabic and in travel and study abroad, the evolving sociolinguistic context in the Arab world where dialects are playing an increasingly prominent role. In order to accommodate these changes, the TAFL field needs to develop new programmatic visions and pedagogical practices. These visions and practices would be based on a concept of Arabic as one language system, rather than on the traditional separation of modern standard Arabic. He says that teacher training also needs to be revamped in order to meet the challenge of the new era. Another chapter also, this chapter addresses the same topic, and but it's concerned with teaching Arabic to beginners at the university, and the different writing scripts for these students. I'll go now to the final part, which is teaching language Arabic skills. And of course, strong language skills ensure clear and meaningful communication across languages, as they are essential to bridge, as they are an essential bridge that allows for seamless communication. However, there are challenges. In Shireen Al-Azabi's chapter, while teaching Arabic translation is a rewarding experience, it can present specific challenges for teachers and students. In this chapter, Shireen provides us with an important key to overcome such a challenge by pinpointing the importance of the derivational morphology for translation students. By translating texts rich in morphological variations, students gain a deeper grasp of the Arabic text's subtle variations and intended meaning. The chapter shows examples from 2 literary texts and concludes by showing how translation exercises focusing on morphology can be a valuable asset for Arabic learners. And the last chapter we have here is by Hagar Lotfi, and she is addressing the challenge of navigating the vast world of news media can be overwhelming. This research delves into the intricate relationship between language and politics in Egypt, particularly during periods of political upheaval, offering valuable insights for navigating news translation during such times. The study highlights the emergence of new words and the redefinition of existing ones during these events, creating difficulties for both readers and translators. And so, as you can see, all the chapters of the book here are address challenges that are very important and that we need them every day. All teachers of Arabic need them every day. And it offers solutions and approaches for solving them. And it's also, these chapters are considered like a springboard, preparing to navigate these challenges and to empower future generations to connect with the Arabic world in meaningful ways. Thank you. And now we can open the stage for to answer your insightful questions.
Actually, Dr. Dalal, we have received most of the questions through the chat, not the Q&A box. If you want, I could read them aloud for you to answer. If that's okay.
Sure. Okay, so I can just.
Yes,
sure.
There's a question for Dr. Heba Salem, asking for if you can give, please, an example of one PBL session's essential question and solution.
I read a question about teaching this course for native speakers and for non-native speakers. Is this a question?
No, there's a couple of questions. One about an example of one BBL session essential question and solution, and another if this works for heritage speakers only, and are there students trying to write their portfolios in Arabic? These are the questions that directed to you.
Yes, students write their portfolios in Arabic. Students reflect in Arabic in recording and in writing. The course is taught to non-native speakers and to heritage students as well. The material has to be modified for non-native speakers and for heritage students. And what was the last question about the PBL that you asked?
Muted, yeah. If you can give an example of one BPL session's essential question and solution.
Essential question that faces me, or essential question that faces, I'm not sure about but one of the challenges of PBL, especially when we do experiential trips and we go on field trips to have experiential learning, is the logistics that have to be prepared before the session starts. It takes a long time to do this, and we design together with all the instructors about this, the essential question of the project. I'm not sure about that, but okay.
It's the essential question of the project, yes. Michelle Tagger, she just said that. Okay, there's another question for Dr. Shahira. Example and guidance of how to use your favorite technology tools in online one-on-one learning, please. They want also it's Michelle. She wants an example and guidance of how to use one of your favorite tech tools in online one-on-one learning.
Actually, all the tools can be used. All the Google app tools can be used online, like a Jamboard. I write a question, I post a picture, and I ask the students to reflect or to comment on the picture or to comment on the answer the question. And we try through, after they posted, we try to, as a writing activity, we try to give feedback on the structures, the vocabulary, whether it's on Jamboard or any of the tools I mentioned. There can be great writing activity tools. Sometimes we have a listening exercise where I insert the video and they have to answer the questions. So there can be used, all the tools or most of the tools can be used as a platform for writing, for listening. Reading text can be added and ask students to comment, to reflect. So this can be, of course, online, and I'm doing it now in the class. So both ways, I think they are great activities for collaborative learning and innovative methods in class. Thank you.
Susan, may I reply very quickly to the question about a question that is addressed to the students, things like compare between what you had in mind before visiting the place, what you had in mind after reading and studying, and then after visiting the place, and then they do the pre and post, what they had in mind before and what they formulated after the visit, what the visit added to the idea they had in mind after that. Things like that are a lot of the questions that are posed to the students after visiting the places. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Heba. There's another question for Dr. Shahira, and from Ghada Abdel. She's asking, is it recommended to use the checklist that you presented after each online class?
Yes, this is what I did, but not after each tool. I needed the checklist to give me indication to what extent the students are engaged in the online activities. Yes, but not every activity.
There's a question, I'm not sure who it's directed to, so I'll leave this to Dr. Dalal to help us. How do you select convenient multimodal content for beginner level AFL SS? This is beyond my expertise.
Yes. Well, it's a very difficult question because sometimes you don't have material or multimodal material that can be suitable for those students. But for example, in digital storytelling, they create their own multimodal project. So they work together and they through the group, and they produce a multimodal video or material through what they already know. That's enough. Yani they can do this and they're very happy afterwards to see that they have done something and it comes out very good. Otherwise, sometimes I just have a silent movie and I can record my voice, for example, on it, and I can record things that they already know, and I'm sure that they already know on it, just to make it a bit real. Yeah. So.
And we have a comment and question from Nagib Amin. Great book. Any clear stands on the multi-level learning between Model Standard Arabic and colloquial?
What was the beginning of the any clear what?
Any clear stands on the multi-levels learning between MSA and colloquial?
Yes. Depends on the programs itself. Some programs advocate having both of AFL and colloquial and modern standard go side by side. Other programs merge them together from the very beginning, and also it depends on the teachers. Some teachers like to merge them together from the very beginning, especially with greetings and light كده conversations at the beginning of each class. And other programs just wait until they finish the MSA and then go to AFL or the contrary. And some programs just give them MSA, and then when they come, for example, on immersion programs like in Egypt or something like this, they start their Ammiya from the beginning, and so each program has something different. At AUC, we go side by side, AFL and Modern Standard Arabic, so that they can use their colloquial in the streets, and this is something very important for them.
Sure, and also Michelle has mentioned that about using film, that I use short films successfully. AFMI is an organization that can provide access to a wealth of interesting Arabic language movies, and very kindly she added the link. And there's another also comment that thank you, Dr. Shahira. These activities can be used in one-on-one tutoring as well, I suppose.
Yes, definitely, yes.
Okay, anyone else want to ask questions? Still have a little bit of time if you want to ask any question. There's so many positive comments, and there's a question from Rowan. What do you suggest from your experience for translation MA candidates interested in TAFL? What do you suggest?
Interested in can you repeat the question, please?
What do you suggest from your experience for translation MA candidates interested in TFL or TAFL?
Okay, yes. Okay, I think they should approach the MA programs for teaching Arabic as a foreign language. We have one at AFC, very good one.
Okay. And some people are asking if the recording will be shared. Right after we end this session, you'll find the recording available on AUC Press Facebook page. The American University in Cairo Press, if you search for us, you'll find it. Anyone who registered on Zoom will be getting an email probably tomorrow with both links on Facebook and also our YouTube channel. So don't worry, you haven't missed anything. You'll be able to look back and look at the materials presented. Also, if you want to learn more information about the book, I advise you to visit our website, aucpress.com, where you'll find the book page. It has the complete table of content and all of the contributors' name listed, and the book description as well. You'll also find a button for a reading sample if you want to browse some pages from the book to get an idea. But I'll have to advise you to purchase your copy again and remind you that it's available worldwide, and also you can find it as an ebook or a Kindle edition on Amazon. If you're not based in Egypt and you can't find it easily or anything, you can buy it as a digital copy. So I guess we don't have more questions. Dr. Dalal, if you want to say some few words at the end, also Dr. Heba and Dr. Shahira, I'll leave the floor to you.
Personally, I just want to thank all the contributors of the book. The book is an excellent resource for TAFL, and as I said before, we need these kinds of books. So please, wherever you are, teachers of Arabic, collect resources together and edit books, and we really need them for the TAFL programs to have literature for TAFL, especially for TAFL.
Yeah, and send them to AUC Press for we
Yes.
make sure publishing.
Yes.
Okay, I want to thank Dalal. It was really great work and a lot of effort to compile all the articles. Thank you very much, Dalal, for the hard work. And I want also to thank all the participants and the people who have the time to attend the webinar. Thank you very much. And maybe we'll meet each other face to face one day, inshallah. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you all for attending. Thank you, Dalal, for the great work. It was wonderful working together on this great project. Thank you all.
Okay.
Thank you, Susan, for hosting us.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you everyone for joining. And again, as a reminder, you'll be receiving links to the recording of this talk and you'll find them on our Facebook page, AUC Press, and YouTube channel. And again, let me remind you, the book is available. Teaching the Challenges in Teaching Arabic as a Foreign Language is available worldwide and major bookstores and online book retailers. You'll find links of the book on the website, aucpress.com, and make sure to get your copy. And thank you for your time. Thank you, Dr. Dalal.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.